Turn left on Live Oak.
Good morning, everybody. This is November Charlie 4 X-Ray Lima NC4XL showing you the road to Suggs Mills Pond State Game Land and Mountain to Sea Trail, the location. I have turned off a Highway 53, and this is for those folks coming to this area and they want to know how to get to this hole. About 3 weeks ago or so, I come out here and there was a controlled burn and I couldn't see past the hood of my car and I literally had to turn around. This is going to be about a 8-minute video, so if you want to get past all the gobbledygook and go right to the end, feel free to do so. But you see the road that we're on. The name of the road is called Live Oak Methodist Church Road. And as we go along, it will change from the type of road we're having now to different qualities of road. I know I talk a lot, so I won't try to talk the whole time through, but I just wanted to give some people a down-to-earth view, especially hunters that wonder about what some of the activators may go through, what their areas are like, etc., etc. So, and if you want to be a activator and you are a hunter, one of the things that you really need to focus on to help yourself is, you see the yellow dot on the map. That does not necessarily say that's the only place you can activate from. There's many places that you can activate from the parks. There's many entrances that you don't realize, okay? But it's where you choose to go to, where you get the best trees, or out of sight, out of mind, where you don't have a lot of visitors wondering if you're fishing for aliens or if you're chasing flying fish and stuff like that. The reason I mention that is when I go out, I utilize a fishing pole to get my end fed up in the air as high as the first or second attempt will it get me. It's not always about height, but height does make some difference. So, hunter, you look at your game land maps, you look at your park maps. I even utilize Google Earth to verify, especially when you're in a twofers. Mountain to Sea Trail covers from North Carolina, west coast, all the way to the east coast out to the ocean. But it's not a straight line and it's not continuous. It bounces from place to place, so I'm able to let me turn off this other radio that's going off here on the trail. In certain parks will be at one end, or it goes right by off of the main road, or it goes on a hiking trail, and that's what you're looking for. You want to make sure that where you're at, following the guidelines of Parks on the Air, that you stay within the required distance and are there. Where we're going today, the campsite where we're at is where the Mountain to Sea Trail is, but it's not everywhere. Now you see I've changed road conditions, and it's definitely different. At hunting time, you'll have trucks, pickup trucks, you'll have dogs on the side of the road, you'll have 2 or 3 guys in each truck, and they'll be working the area. I'm going to scan around just so that you see in the car some of the beauty of why I like coming out here. It is an awesome, quiet place. If you have rain out here, you have to be very cautious of the road conditions, because you will get stuck. If you were to look behind me, and I can't show you behind me, I have a trail of gray dust when I get to the park location. I'll have a back end sliding all over the place. Apparently they put in another base of gravel on the road, so you don't need to oversteer it. But going out to these activations and finding a honey hole sometimes where you're not bothered by a lot of people is a blessing. And there's nothing wrong with promoting our hobby, but sometimes you can't get a lot done if you're talking to local people sitting there right next to you asking, what's this, what's that? So, just in case you want to be an activator, do some research. Make sure you know where you're at. The yellow dot doesn't mean it's the only spot. That park or game land or wildlife management area may cover 15 square miles and have different entrance points. Okay, as you see, the road conditions keep changing. Now, up here on the left, for those of you following this video, up here on the left is going to change back to a gravel base, and you're going to see a cemetery on the left. Once you pass that cemetery on the left, then you're going to be taking the next left-hand turn, which will take you into the actual, we're in the game land, but you'll see the road that takes you down to the campsite, takes you down to a lake that's out that way, and the hunting areas for dove and quail and all the other things that they hunt. All right, here's the gravel base that I was talking about, and there's the cemetery right there on the side. A bunch of people laid themselves down and never got back up there. And then here is the sign that I was referring to. So, if you're still following me, you're doing real good. This is the game land that we're in, and now we're on the road to success. Okay, where we're going to follow the road is going to come to a point where you can take a hard right, and that's going to be the campsite where you're able to access 6954 and 8313. This road that I'm on now is not 8313. 8313 starts at the campground and proceeds to the right past the lake and into another section of the game land. So it's crazy how mountain to sea trails are set up all over. We've also noted in some of the areas, if a trail is closed, they'll have a detour route which will still get you on the trail. But that's only when one trail is closed. They'll offer you an alternate trail which still allows you to be on that trail. Here in the Carolinas, every place is different. So, do some research. If you're a hunter going to go out and activate, you always like to make sure you're right and have fun in doing it. Now, we're not very far from our point of impact. And this place where we're going, this is where they actually hang their catch and gut them. And I've done an activation where they did just that while I was activating a park. And as you see, it's right up here on the right-hand side. And there's the campground that we're in. And I'm trying to give you a little shot of it. We even got the porta potty, so that's really nice. But you are now with me at K6954. Let me see if I can zoom that in where it's even halfway decent. And again, you're in the car, and that's the trail as you see the dust from me coming up. Thanks. Enjoyed the ride. Hopefully you did, and now you know how to get here anytime you come out. 73's NC4XL and North Carolina for extreme lovers. Oh, I'm not. I'm Dom, the darling old man.